Hello everybody and welcome back to Tree of Tranquility. Once again, we are here in fall still. 27th day, we're wrapping things up with the Harvest Festival. I do not recall there being anything particularly spectacular about this festival, but we should go check it out anyways. It takes place at Brownie Ranch, so we will go ahead and water everything, take care of the animals, and then I will head on up there through the Garmin Mine District. I think that's probably the fastest way. You can see I got lots of eggs and stuff like that to pick up every single day. So I get lots of money from my animals still. I still don't think that eggs sell for as much as stuff you get from the other animals, but I've always just for some reason really preferred chickens and ducks and things like that over barnyard animals. For some reason they just feel like a lot less work. In this game it's not so bad because you can actually push them all out and bring them all back into the barn effortlessly, whereas in some games you have to manually push them, which is a huge pain in the neck. And I'm still holding out hope that I will one day get that beautiful shining cocoon so that we can get our final rucksack upgrade, but at this point I'm not holding my breath. I do not know if that day will ever come. So let's go ahead and milk our cow here, head on over to the other field, check that out, and then by the time all that is said and done, we should be able to just head on over and check it out. And then after this, I'll only have one more day in fall, and the day of our wedding is coming up in about 2 days' time. Is pretty exciting. It's gonna take a bit of adjusting to get used to having Chase in the house. But I do believe that they still go about doing their regular business. I think some of your spouses, if they had a job before you married them, I do believe they will still go about their business and do their job. So he may be out late cooking at the inn. I'm sure he'll still walk around. He's not gonna just stay cooped up in the house all day, or so I would hope. I went ahead and got rid of my green peppers because I had them come in yesterday and I figured they wouldn't come back before the end of the month, but I've still got my yams and my eggplants there. And I may or may not be able to get one more harvest out of them tomorrow before I cut it all down and get prepared for winter. I'll have to give Taylor a call as well to see if I can get some seeds for winter. There's very few things. I do believe that we can grow buckwheat. There's also a type of flower that we can grow. I think it's the green bell flower. We can actually pick that up from Toucan Island. I think Samson sells it. I'm not sure if Taylor sells it. I'll have to have a look. And there may or may not be something else. Snowdrop flowers grow in the wintertime. And there may or may not be something else I'm missing. So we do still have some choices for winter, but I'm probably not going to fill up both fields. And I don't think that anything is going to come off of our trees in wintertime either. So our orchard will be kind of empty. I completely forget what this festival is about. Obviously crops, but from what I remember, we can't even enter a crop or anything like that. I think there's just like some shopping that can be done and some people to talk to. Not terribly exciting. But we should check it out anyways. I haven't been around this area in a little while. kind of reminds me that I should probably think about checking my food levels for my birds. I don't know how many pieces of feed I have. I might have to come over when the place is open and buy some. So I'll talk to some people here. Ah, yes, there is a cooking contest. Wow, I forgot about that. That was the highlight, I think, of this festival, was that there was a cooking contest. So people are going to share their recipes with us, and I do believe that we can buy stuff from Craig. I think he's got some stuff for us if we talk to him. He made pickled cabbage. Ah, yes, so here we go. He's actually selling some of the stuff that we're gonna need for wintertime. I think my other field does need some fertilizer, so I'll buy some fertilizer. I'll buy 6 rows of buckwheat. I'll buy maybe 3 rows of green bells, and I have a lot of yellow herbs in my fridge. Like, more than I would think, because I haven't actually grown these before, but maybe we'll put those alongside the green bell seeds and we can grow those. I'm also going to buy some spinach, and the reason for that is because spinach is used in a lot of recipes, but I didn't actually have much of an opportunity to grow spinach this month, and you cannot buy spinach from Ruth, which is kind of strange because most crops you can buy from her. But this is one of the only places, if not the only place, where you could actually buy spinach. So I'm gonna throw those in my fridge just in case I missed out on some cooking opportunities. And Maya entered, which is probably not a good idea because she's a terrible cook. And then Ruth has a mini game for us if we want to try. I'm sure Dale has entered the competition as well. Spicy stew, that sounds good. And Chase probably entered as well. Did you make a dish to submit to the Harvest Festival cooking contest? For some reason, that was a real tongue twister for me. Just make what you're good at. Yeah, you know, I would have made something, except for that I didn't remember that we were having a cooking contest. And I don't know that it's really worth going back to my house to do that, because if I recall, we entered last year and we won, but the prize that we got was crappy, and I wasn't, like, happy about it. So I don't know really if it's worth it. It's not like we really get anything out of it. I mean, I guess if I got nothing else to do in this video, I could. Because Lord knows I have been doing a lot of cooking and I have a fair few recipes under my belt. I also have a lot of ingredients to use in cooking that I've been saving. Might be a good chance for me to look at and to sort of update everybody on how my recipe book is actually going, because I have cooked some new things since the last time we looked at that. But I think that the cooking contest is judged at 5 p.m, so we may or may not have time to make it over there. We'll go back to my house and check things out first, though. So I'll head on upstairs and I can check my bookshelf here. So for the cutting board, I'm only missing a few recipes. This is almost entirely filled out. Even though there's not that many recipes available, I still feel like I've made some pretty good headway with that. The pot as well. Again, still a few things missing. Most of these are more complicated recipes that have ingredients that I don't own or that are hard to get a hold of. But I've made a wide variety of different stuff, drinks and soups and whatnot, jams. The frying pan, again, we're only missing a few things with this as well. The oven, I still have not really had much of a chance to use. Like I've mentioned before, a ton of the oven recipes require breadfruit, which I cannot grow until spring. So I'm gonna have to go a little crazy with the breadfruit in the springtime. The pumpkin cake I bought from Ellie was entered into the recipe book here, as well as the pumpkin pie I bought from her, so I'll have to make a mental note of what I am missing, and I can purchase that from her just to make this look a little bit more complete. In the mixer, I've made pretty much everything except for perfumes. There's a few perfumes here that I haven't made. There's a couple of juices, and I think there's a few medications I haven't made as well, but as you can see, this is also filling out quite nicely. And the aging pot as well. We have a couple of things missing, but I would say that overall I'm pretty satisfied with how my cooking has been going. And even the bonfire, I've been doing quite a bit of fishing, and I've made a mental note to grill the fish rather than shipping them right away so that I can get them added to the grilled recipe page. Of course, fish are seasonal. There's some fish that I absolutely cannot get my hands on because I can only fish them at a certain time of year. Some of the fish are rare. For example, this is the woodfish. There's no way that I'm going to go through the effort of catching another woodfish simply to add it to the recipe book. That's just way too much effort for me. But from what I've been catching and what I've been able to catch, I have been trying to fill this out as well. So yeah, I have a ton of options for stuff, and there's a lot of stuff that I could probably add into this contest. Don't necessarily know that I would win, but I still have a lot of stuff stored as well. Some of it I probably don't need, some of it I do need, some of it I just keep because I'm on the fence about needing it. I'm not sure if I will. And I like to keep stuff that's out of season, because if I do need something and it's not in season, then I have to wait a really long time to be able to find that particular ingredient once again. So just for fun, I guess, I think we could probably make it back to Brownie Ranch. We probably won't win, but if you take a pumpkin and you put it in a pot, you can make yourself some pumpkin stew. Now, pumpkins aren't used in a ton of recipes. I think that's actually one of the only things it can be used in, but I'm gonna keep them on me for now, just in case. And I will fast travel. I'll make a cut back to the Harvest Festival. So here we are back at the Harvest Festival. If we quickly enter our dish, we shouldn't have to wait around too long to hear the results. And hopefully it's not too late for us to enter something. So let's talk to Yolanda here and hold the dish above our heads, and I think that's how we enter. You want to enter your pumpkin stew? Yeah, sure, why not? It's very, very, very basic. But, I'm curious to see if we can win with this incredibly basic dish, and I'm also curious to see if we lose, or maybe we get second place or something like that. I would like to know what happens. Do we get, like, a runner-up prize, or are we just told, sorry, enter again next year? Because I honestly don't know. And I honestly cannot remember the prize that we won last year. Because I do know that we won from what I can recall. It would have been, I think, a better idea to have a crop festival or a competition. That would have felt more relevant, I think. But anyways, here we go. What does Yolanda have to say? We'll announce our third place winner. Ah, so we got third place. Okay. It had a great mix of colors. The texture was pleasant as well. Alright, we'll see if we get some sort of prize. Second place is Anessa with her spinach risotto. It had a nostalgic taste. It brought back many memories of eating great meals. Who is the winner of this cooking contest? Jace! Oh, what a surprise. He's a great cook. It's magnificent. Even I can't cook this well. We're pleased that everyone worked so hard. Please keep on cooking every day to polish your cooking skills. Prizes will be distributed to all the winners. Okay. So everybody gets a prize. So we'll have to go speak to Hamilton and see what he's gonna give us. We're going to begin cleaning up, so we ask that everyone head on home. Again, I can't understand why they kick you out of that screen if I just have to go back to get my prize. Alrighty, Hamilton. What do you got for me? At this point, I probably don't need your prize, but I'll never say no to free stuff. Here's your prize. Let's see. 10 tomato juice. Oh, well. I mean, I'll probably just sell those, but it's not a bad prize, I guess. You can give them out as gifts, eat them yourself, sell them. At least it's versatile. But yeah, I can't say that I have a lot of need for tomato juice myself personally. So I think I'll just toss that in the old shipping bin and ship that for some money. I'll head back home now, and I'll probably just call it quits and go to bed early so that I can finish up tomorrow so we can get to the good stuff, which is going to be our wedding and the start of a new season. It's always something I look forward to. It's always nice to see the seasons change over, and it gives us new stuff to do and new stuff to kind of look forward to. Fall has felt very, very long for some reason, but I think that's just because I've gone long periods of time in between recordings and playing, so it's like every single time I load it up, I'm still in fall. Plus, I had a lot to do in fall. A lot of the crop maintenance and stuff like that does take up quite a bit of time, so it's not like I was skipping through the days early by, going to bed super early. So that's it for me, everybody. Thank you all so very much for watching, and I will see you on Winter Day 1. So I hope you are all excited for the wedding ceremony as I am, and I will see you all then.